Queer cats are tone setters, the same reason my main legion of chrome wetters. With long cheddar, mixed with lines written, no time slipping. When we rhyme spitting, divine mission. Since the house days, GA Grandma left DJ Tanner outraged. The South stays, about that Beretta clapping, lines balanced with
Head on over to Spotify and all other streaming platforms. Check out the NoMercyTV Podcast. Yo, what's good, y'all? No Mercy. Trap New York shit, NoMercyTV.com. Back again, you feel me? The bitter old man seems to want to keep on going, you know? One thing about my blogs, right? I'm making my business to address numerous points that people bring up. And this is the thing. Y'all don't have to agree with me. Let me reiterate that. Y'all don't have to agree with me. Once I state my stance on something, that's what my stance is. If you agree or disagree, it's up to you. I don't try to force y'all to agree with me or none of that. I just drop my blogs, tell y'all what my stance is on certain situations, and I keep it moving. You feel me? Like, I don't have time to be doing a million blogs about one topic, you know, and being redundant all over again, blogging about one man for over 100 hours. I don't have time to do that. It's a million things going on in the world that we can talk about on these channels. You understand? We can talk about battle rap. We talk about music. We could talk about movies, video games. There's a whole planet full of stuff that's going on. But the problem is people like Battle Truth be so obsessed with other men. You understand? So obsessed. You know, he in his last blog that he just did, he called me, well, I worship Chris, or I'm obsessed with him. I only did a couple of blogs on the situation. You have more timestamps on this man than anybody else on YouTube. You probably have more content about him than he has between his two YouTube channels. Right? So add up all of the content that he's put out over the years. You probably have more content just about him than he has. That's an obsession. That's an obsession, you know. And the funny thing about you continuing to do these blogs is that, see, you can't play this game with me. You can't. Why? Because you choose to not address the stuff that I actually say. You want to keep harping. You did a 15-minute blog about me and kept saying the same shit over and over again. You saw the paperwork. You should be disgusted. You should be ashamed. Blah, blah, blah. You kept reiterating that for 15 minutes. Padding the runtime of your video for monetization purposes. Why? Because when I did my video while I was, you know, outside, walking around, whatever, I addressed numerous things. There was a whole bunch of things that I presented that you could have addressed, right? You could have addressed you being a rat, right? You getting on camera saying this man is guilty. I know he guilty. I know he did it. Making false accusations, talking about people raping cats and raping dogs. That's how you do, right? This is stuff that you said on camera. That's snitch activity. Again, when you get on camera and you say that another man is guilty of a crime and that you know they are, you are telling. So yes, Battle Truth, you are a snitch. You are a snitch. Yes, I'm saying it, Mr. Quote-unquote OG, Mr. Quote-unquote I used to run my own gang. You're a snitch. Sorry. You won't address that, though. You won't address being 22 years old and your baby mother being 15. And what was it? After she had the first child, you continue to keep putting babies in her? Oh, I don't already. I don't already did some pedophile shit to her. Why not keep doing it? You shouldn't be talking about anybody's rape cases. Now, granted, yours wasn't the case. Still being a pedophile. You're a grown man getting a teenager pregnant. I didn't know her age. Yeah, okay. At no point did you figure it out. Weird. Get it? But you should be the last one calling anybody upset, Battle Truth. You should be the last one. And you can't speak on my character in any shade, form, or fashion. You can't. Number one, I've done more for this culture than you ever have and ever will. Let's be real. You've sat behind a desk for the past 4 or 5 years gossiping about other men. You don't even talk about female battle rap on your channel. You talk about a whole bunch of niggas. You talk about a whole bunch of men. You 48 years old, gossiping ass. You talk about a whole bunch of men. Do you even like women? Like, I don't get you. You know, but in terms of this culture, what have you done? What have you done? Because I can break down my whole history in terms of, from the beginning, when I started blogging, I was actually going to events. You understand? Going to events, doing recaps, doing predictions, getting interviews from battle rappers. Early on, had a Swave interview, had a John interview, had a Tay-Rock interview. Did a Head Ice interview with Jesse Reekin for Battle Rap Arena. Like, I've interviewed all of these different people on my platform. From the demand of the people. From the demand of the people and the artists that respected how I broke down battles and respected my opinion, I started a league. Because so many people kept asking me. I mean, walking down the street, people stopping me. Yo, I see your blogs on YouTube. Like, and mind you, this is battle rap. I'm in the trenches for real. So I'm running into actual fans and stuff like that are familiar with just seeing my stuff up on the internet involving battle rap. So once so many people start asking me, I decided, let me go ahead and start a league. Me and my bro Peso started the Trap New York and put on so many people. We helped so many people go from being completely unknown, right? Bottom of the flyer, people y'all never seen before, to being on TV. Excel, very first battle at the Trap, was at the Trap. He ended up on BET. Dot, his very first battle was at the Trap. Ended up on BET. Then you got numerous other people who came over from different platforms. People like Prez Mafia, people like Show Off, Jay Murder. Who else we had? We didn't had Gaddafi Green. We had Fettuccine Tony. We had Dre Dennis. We had Jims. We had Ash Cash. We still to this day, Chris Dubs, Daddy Mason, Kush Clout. He was just on bullpen. Like, we done did so much in terms of putting on for this culture, right? I'm at the beginning of a Charlie Clips blog, right? The blog that Star from Star and Buck Wild, remember that? Remember him and Clips going back and forth? The blog that he was calling a quote-unquote snitch blog because Clips was talking a whole bunch of shit about Smack and Beasley and how their business and stuff goes. I'm at the beginning of that blog. And how much views does that blog have? That blog might have about, 300,000 or 400,000 views? Somewhere up there. You understand? I have numerous battles on my platform that are in the 6-digit number. Arsenal versus Big K, several Dot battles, a couple of Dre Dennis battles, Excel versus Daylight, like the list goes on, bro. You understand? While you're sitting out there in Milwaukee, right, in places nobody really care about like that, glued to a computer, talking about other people, we are hitting the pavement and actually making it happen. You understand? Like, actually doing something for this culture, actually helping to put on talent. What are you doing? What are you doing to be talking about, oh, they'll be popping no real stuff? Nigga, when the last time you been outside anywhere? You are a 48-year-old man. You shouldn't be even concerned at this point with who's real and who's all this. Because being real ain't got shit to do with being tough. It's about being morally inept and having your principles in order. That's what it's about. And yes, when it comes to this particular situation, don't niggas always say innocent until proven guilty? Well, where was he proven guilty at? You got anything for me that says he was proven guilty? Y'all niggas don't got nothing. Y'all niggas don't got no paperwork that say he guilty. Y'all don't have no stories from anybody who was the accuser or anything like that. Y'all don't have nothing saying that he actually did what he's being accused of. So again, I'm going to continue to reiterate this. When you find something that says that he's actually guilty of what he was being accused of, then y'all actually have a strong discussion point. But until y'all get that, y'all don't have anything. When y'all keep on bringing up this, y'all bring up the Adi Boom shit. Adi Boom, there was paperwork. There was the appeal from the guy he told on that says, hey, according to statements written by David Green, aka Adi Boom, the paperwork says this. The paperwork says that he wrote a statement implicating this man. Adi Boom went and offered to get his paperwork and then never showed it. Let's remember the timeline here. Let's not misconstrue the timeline. So when you bring up Adi Boom and, oh, while y'all was on Adi Boom about his paperwork, because he said he offered to get his paperwork. He said he went to the lawyer's office immediately after coming from that RBE event, like, yeah, I'm here going to get my paperwork, and then never posted it. So at that point that he offers to get his paperwork, that first of all, I know good and well after the paperwork that I read, the appeal that I read, there's nothing that Boom can say to reverse the situation. There's no paperwork that can do that, nothing. And the paperwork that actually he was sending around to different people, that he sent one page to this person, one page to this person, another page to that person, I wound up with all 5 pages. And none of it had anything to do with, none of it disproved the appeal saying that he told. So again, this is this man offering to send out this paperwork. He's offering to go get it, etc., etc. So yes, that's why I was on him about it. You understand? He the one that said that. The paperwork came out about him. He offered to go get his paperwork. So once you make that offer to go get your paperwork, you have to stand on that. And if you don't stand on that, but instead are doing interviews, doing freestyles, doing battles, oh, I got my paperwork, but y'all done chose this side anyway. Why would I show it to y'all? That sound like a bad cop out to me. You understand? So all that, oh, Ty Pretty. Paperwork proving that he did it. Paperwork saying that he was guilty. These are court documents that say that this man is guilty. So with Adi Boom, you have the appeal that says that he wrote a statement implicating someone. And with Ty Pretty, you have an actual found guilty. With Chris Unbiased, you don't have that. So you yourself can't go out your way to make up stories and make up things to say and twist that he's guilty. You can't do that. The paperwork that y'all seen, that he posted and everything like that, it don't have an admission of guilt on it. It don't have a confession. It don't have evidence to actually prove that he's guilty. It has none of that on it. So how can you say that he's guilty? What you're doing is you're examining his story, right? You're taking the stuff that he presented. You're taking all of the details that he presented and you're trying to say, he's lying about this, he's lying about that, he's lying about this, with no factual evidence behind it. You don't have a single fact behind anything you're saying. It is all assumption coming from you. You didn't like the guy since you got in here. Do you not remember that the reason that you got lit in the first place was because you went at him? Did you forget? Going at him, going at Angry Fan? Oh yeah, that's how you got lit in the first place. You didn't get popping because you were the battle truth guy, the guy that was keeping it real about battle rapping. No, you got lit off being a clout chaser and using other niggas' names. That's how you came up in this shit. So don't act like you sat here and put in no work and the people was riding with you. No. Off the gate, out the gate, controversy. You've been using that man's name for a come up since you got here. 4 years later, 5 years later, still doing it. So at this point, it's clear that, again, like I said, when I was speaking about the Math and Sue Surf situation, you can't have a discussion with somebody about somebody that they're anti. You have been anti-Chris Unbiased since you got here. You have an agenda. You constantly are going to tarnish this man's name. It could come out tomorrow that this man is innocent, and guess what? You're not going to do a blog apologizing. You're going to continue to try and force a narrative that he's guilty of what he's accused of. You're not going to apologize. You're not going to say, oh, I was wrong, I shouldn't have did all those blogs about this guy. No. And you can't even, you're so stuck on forcing that narrative that you can't even move on from the situation. Every single day, you're continuing to blog about that man. Even as recent as today, you dropped about 3 or 4 blogs about him. 3 or 4 blogs about him. About this one man. And you want people to take you serious? Come on, man. Come on, man. A nigga like you can never speak on my character. Never. Never. First of all, you have to be able to come out your house first. All right? You got to be able to do that. You got to be able to come out your house. That's number 1. Number 2, if you want to prove anything about my character, I'm from Colonial Projects. I'm from 159th Street and 8th Avenue. Take a trip over here. You feel like you want to go to my hood, go around, ask some people what they may know about me, go ahead and do that. Go ahead. I challenge you to do so. I challenge you to do it. I challenge you. Go ahead. Make the trip over here. It's Harlem. You feel me? It's Harlem. Who knows? Maybe this summer when stuff starts to open back up, come to a Rucker game or something like that. If you want to speak on my character. Because you can't get my character from the internet. You can't. You can't. You can make assumptions. You can try to make assumptions. You can try to twist shit into other shit. But overall, you can't determine my character from the internet. You understand? Again, I'm choosing to not run with an assumption that somebody's guilty without evidence being shown. And y'all haven't shown a shred of evidence that actually says that Chris Unbiased is guilty. So yes, me personally, this is somebody that I already had a rapport with prior to his situation. I did blogs when the situation happened that I now personally feel like were a little distasteful. And I recanted my words. And that's just it. So before I peg that man as guilty, I'm waiting until some more information comes out. And then again, once information comes out that actually proves that he's guilty, then you have something. But until then, innocent until proven guilty. And that's just that. So if you don't like it, That's cool. That's fine. I'm not forcing you. I never once said y'all have to agree with me. I do not care whether or not y'all agree with me. Y'all are grown men. Y'all are allowed to make your own decisions. But to continue to try and force a narrative, like religious people do, try to force you to believe what they believe when it comes to God and Jesus and stuff like that. Yeah, you're doing the exact same thing. You understand what I'm saying? So, and my apologies if I happen to reiterate a lot of the stuff that I might have said in my last vlog, but I'm choosing to remain consistent because, once again, the facts still remain, and you didn't address anything. You did 15 minutes of just nothing. You did 15 minutes of nothing. You did 15 minutes of, oh, you should be ashamed of yourself for supporting this man. You literally did 15 minutes of that. That would have took 2 seconds. You could have tweeted that, bro. You could have tweeted that on old Twitter back when it was 140 characters. You should be ashamed of yourself for supporting that man. That's all you reiterated for 15 minutes. You didn't say anything real. You didn't have anything factual, anything logical. You just kept saying the same shit over and over. And that was it. So next time you turn on your camera to speak on me or anything like that, just do me a favor and make sure you actually address the points that I presented. Again, you classify as a pedophile. You were a 22-year-old with a 15-year-old baby mother. You might want to fall back from any type of rape and anything type of discussion because of your real past. So, leave me alone. Stop blogging about me. Because again, you're not really that smart. You're not built to go back and forth. You can do the thing for entertainment purposes, but when it comes to actually having a logical discussion, you're not built for it. Mentally, you're not built for it. Intellectually, you're not built for it. So stick to doing the singing to Rita and all other weird shit that you'll be doing. And stay out of my way, please. You understand? Don't try to send your goofball followers to my channel to try to, leave comments and, them pretty much trying to reiterate the things that you're saying because they don't have their own mind, so they need to echo the same exact words you're saying in my comments. Like, no, I will block each and every last one of them. You understand? So if they want to keep on wasting their time writing books and writing paragraphs in the comments, it's cool. I'm just going to delete them, and we're going to be on to other topics. You understand? So this whole world of battle rap out there. Go watch some battles. I just watched, I watched KD versus Young Grizz. I watched a couple of battles. I watched iBattle just dropped a couple of joints. They just dropped Ken Savvy versus Luke Castro. You feel what I'm saying? Great battle. Great battle. Salute to Lex Luthor. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we over here, like, actually enjoying the battle rap culture and not trying to force narratives on people we hate and shit like that. So get right, Battle Truth. Get your shit together. Do better. And stop being a bitter old man. You 48 years old, bro. You 50, bro. You 50. You Curtis Jackson out here. You are an old man. Please stop it. Okay? Again, enjoy bingo night. I hope you win you some money. How much is the bingo board? I think it's like 50 cents. I tell you what. Next time you go on a bingo night, let me know. I cash app you 50 cents so you can go play. And if you happen to win something, if you win like $10 or $50 or something, just give me my 50 cents back and we'll be square and you'll be good, man. But until then, leave me alone, bro. This ain't the problem you want. You understand? So I'll see y'all soon. No Mercy, Trap New York shit. NoMercyTV.com. I'll holla at y'all.